Hello everybody and welcome back. I am KRX and we are continuing on with our Brandenburg tutorial series for Europa Universalis 4 for complete beginners. This is with all DLCs activated. So this is for all the crazy people out there who got the Leviathan DLC and have all the others collected when they decided to start playing and learning this game. Maybe you're coming back after a few years of not playing the game and you never really got it the first time. Or maybe you're just getting that subscription service and you're just getting caught all the way up. And essentially, we're just going through. We're trying to play thematically. We're trying to play sort of, building up the context and the foundation of the understanding of the mechanisms of the game as we go, right? So we're not really reading tooltips. We're not really discussing things in depth. We're purely just sort of getting the general idea of the flow of the game so that we can start to play it and have fun and make our own decisions, right? What I'm hoping to do is to teach the game in a way that people can play the game on their own, make their own decisions, and succeed. Although even the success playing the game, there's always going to be some adversity to that as well. Right now we're actually in a war. We can go to our diplomatic tab here. We can see that we're in a war. Lots of banners and stuff, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit to clear that up. I wish there was a hotkey that could actually clear out some of the army UI and stuff. That'd be kind of neat. Like a toggle or something for that. Anyways, we can see there's Oldenburg here. There's Nuremberg here, and we got Wohlgeist here that we're attacking. And I think Wohlgeist is the primary target, as we can see their crest down here. And we're actually going for these two provinces here that we have claims on. So we don't have claims on Nuremberg, and we don't have claims on Oldenburg. So we're just trying to siege them down to get them out of the war. It looks like Cologne over here is taking care of Oldenburg. Looks like we're doing a little bit of a siege here on Nuremberg. And we have Wohlgeist is mostly taken care of. I believe they have some troops on this island, potentially, or maybe they put them on a boat or something. I'm not sure exactly. Because I think they have some troops left, don't they? Yeah, they have about 5,000, 6,000 troops total. Between their infantry and their cavalry. I'm not sure where they are. Oh, are they down here? Oh, they're down here, sieging down Austria. So Austria's in the war with us. They're one of our allies that we called into the war. They're not really doing anything. We're just kind of peacefully sieging out. So basically, we're just waiting for the sieges to fall, right? 14% over here in Oldenburg. We got a 35% here. And over here in Wohlgeist, we got a 0% siege. We cannot access this island because there's a strait crossing, so you can move troops from here to here. That's what the little red X's mean. There is a land crossing there for troops, but these ships are controlling the strait. So these naval ships here are preventing us from being able to cross there. So we won't be able to siege this province. Not a big deal. It's not one that we want in the war, and it's also not a fort. It's also not their capital. So we're going to focus on just taking down their capital, and we should be able to get the stuff that we want. If we were to check and see what would it take, so we want to get these two provinces here. And if we were to go in and start to craft a peace deal and say, I want Wismar and I want Rostock. What would this do? Well, it's saying that there's coalition threat here. A decent coalition threat here. Bremen would be upset. I'm kind of just looking at a number of these countries. Stettin, I believe we have a truce with them. We'll have a truce with Wolgast. We'll have a truce with a number of these people that are like Oldenburg and some of the people that are actually in the war with us. Goslar. Where are they? So we could search for some of these peeps. Goslar, so we're going to have to butter them up a touch. Munster. Bohemia actually is one that will definitely not want to be angry with us. Bremen. And we got Bremen over here. I'm just using F. I'm hitting the F key to bring up this search tab. And I can just search for anyone I don't know where they are. Like we've looked up Würzburg before, but let's just double check where they're at. Yeah, they're way down here. So we kind of need to go through and systematically butter these people up a little bit. But it'll still be a year or two before this war ends, and then it'll give us some time to work on making these people happy. I'm thinking actually Bremen's going to be one that we're going to need to start buffering here. Before I do that, we have a free diplomat, which I was about to send to Bremen. I think instead we're going to send this diplomat and ask Poland for money if they're willing to give us money. 10 favors for 93 ducats. Apparently we have a truce, or not a truce, sorry. Only ask an ally to trade favors for gold once every 5 years. Okay, so we'll be able to do this again in about 4 years. We've already done this recently. We could ask them for some manpower. We have tons and tons of manpower. Get some trust. I'm just kind of thinking that we have some favors with Poland. We could use those. We could call Poland into a war as well. Oh, Bohemia really hates us. Yeah, Bohemia does not like us. So that aggressive expansion, right? We don't want that to get to minus 50. We don't want that to get to minus 50. If we take this land, Bohemia is going to get a minus 24. Right now we have room to go minus 15 to get to minus 50. Although we're plus 2.4 per year, so it says yearly this decays, right? The aggressive expansion modifier will decay. 50 is the magic number on that. So we need that to decay for, well, unfortunately, about 4 years. Or the alternative is we don't let it decay. We just keep the happiness above positive. Unfortunately, Bohemia just doesn't like us at all. So there's just no hope of maintaining a positive relationship with Bohemia. That's a little bit tricky. Now, how can we have this decay faster? 2.3 per year? 2.4 per year? How can we have it decay faster? That is due to the stat. If we go to our own diplomacy tab, so we open up our crest, we go to diplomacy, we make sure that we're talking, or we're in our own tab with Brandenburg here. Improve relationship stat. This is a very important stat. This essentially affects how quickly we can build up positive relations with people and how quickly the negative relations with people will dissipate. So right now, we're getting a 21% bonus. So it's usually 2 per year, right? 2 per year, 21% bonus puts us at like a 2.4 something, right? Which is exactly what we noticed there when we were looking at at that tab. But now we're wondering, how can we potentially boost that? Well, there's no real tactical way to boost that, but sometimes there's advisors that can boost this. Here's an improved relationship guy. I'll give us 20% more. Could be worth actually hiring that guy. Absolutely. So there's a number of ways that we can try to, that might be worth it. I don't know. The diplomatic reputation is also very good that we're getting from this guy, but he's quite old at this point. And this guy's actually 0.42 per month. We might actually be able to upgrade this guy, which we haven't talked about, but we could actually promote this guy to a level 2. Or wait, was the other guy level 2? No, he's level 1. So this guy's even cheaper than the other guy. And we could actually maybe promote him because we have the money. Yeah, let's promote this guy. So he's going to charge quite a bit more per month, but he's a half cost advisor. Maybe even he might be even more than half cost. Yeah, this guy's significantly cheaper than normal, so that's really, really nice. How are we doing on our money? We're still making money. I should have checked on that first. So now we have that guy. If we come over here to Bohemia and we check this out, now we're getting 2.8 per year decay. So that's almost a 0.8 bonus because of the extra diplomatic or improved relationship stat, right? The other thing we talked about is, we're working on diplomatic ideas. If we get to benign diplomats, we'll get an extra 25% improved relations. So that's going to be quite exciting as well. And we'll be getting more diplomatic. We'll be getting more diplomatic relations, diplomats, all kinds of good things here that will help us continue to manage our basically foreign affairs while we are conquering and warmongering across northern Germany here. All right, sorry guys, let's unpause. Let's roll. I just wanted to kind of make sure that we were. It says we can get new technology. We're about 1 year ahead of time. So come January, this -5 or a +5% penalty is going to go away, and we'll definitely want to get the next military technology. We have the points for that. We have loans out right now. Oh, these are low interest loans. That's right. We took low interest loans and we could pay them back for about as much. Hopefully these guys, actually what I think we're going to want to do is, I think now that this has been sieged, man, Brandenburg, I gotta say, Brandenburg is the worst color in the world. It's incredibly hard to see when we've actually conquered sieged land. You can see it very clearly in Wohlgeist, but that faint, like sort of light blue, or light brown, is just making it incredibly difficult. But what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to have them pay war reparations to us. So I'm just, again, let's go through. Sorry, guys. Getting a little ahead of myself. I'm going to go, we've sieged down Nuremberg. So they're fully sieged. They're ready to peace out, right? I'm going to go into make a deal. And then I'm going to click on their crest. And notice that they have a 99% war score against them. Like they're tapped out. I'm going to go to treaties and I'm going to basically do war reparations. So they'll pay us a little bit of money. So help us with our economy a bit. And I'm probably going to come down here and just click all this and take all their money. Because we got some loans. It'd be nice if they help pay for those. We could pillage their capital as well. It would create a little bit of aggressive expansion that we don't really want to incur right now. So I think that's going to be good. Only 15 ducats. That's not much. They don't have a very large country or large economy. This will increase inflation a little bit. I don't even think we take their money. We just take the war reparations. Yeah, so let's just get them out of the war. Let's just piece them out nice and quick. Now I'm actually almost questioning that a little bit. And you see our total war score has gone down just a touch. I think we were supposed to be, yeah, we're supposed to be looting in some of these provinces here. We could take more guys over here to loot faster. We're at 21% for Woolgeist. Once Woolgeist falls, we'll be able to take the land that we want. We want to take these two pieces of land. Looks like Austria is actually pillaging this land and causing devastation in the land that we're going to soon be taking. Austria, get the heck out of there. Oh, Oldenburg has fallen. Do they have more money than these guys? And Woolgeist has fallen as well. No, they're relatively low on money as well. So we could take the war reparations, or we could just try to keep them out, keep them in a larger treaty. Nah, we'll take the war reparations. War reparations are always paid to us. I'm clicking on Oldenburg here. I'm making sure I'm doing a separate piece here. This is just for Oldenburg. So we're just going to kick them out of the war as a side thing. And then now we just have Woolgeist here, and we are able to piece them out. However, we can go back and evaluate what the aggressive expansion is going to look like. Nuremberg is going to be a little upset with us. Bohemia is going to be just a touch upset with us. And we need to be working on these countries and just getting a little bit more of a buffer here. So let's improve relations here. We don't need to work on them. I know that's an automatic diplomat that's gone that direction. Oh, we were building a spy network here. We want to get a claim on this province. Okay, so we had 30 spy network with Stettin, so I'm just spending it. Now I'm going to bring that diplomat back home so we can redeploy them somewhere. Looks like we have someone working on Dithmarschen. They're already happy enough. They love us. They're totally happy. So instead we're going to send someone here because we saw that they were a little temperamental to what we're doing. Where is Wurzburg was also a little bit upset with what we're doing. And we know that Bohemia is the big one that's upset with us. Bohemia is the big one. Wasn't Munster a little upset? I think Munster was a little upset too. We'll work on these four, and we'll just have to kind of wait. We're just kind of twiddling our thumbs a little bit. It's it's time to get a new military technology because we're now getting a 5% discount. That's because the neighbor has already taken on this tech. Great, so we'll get that at a 5% discount. We can call in allies into war. We don't really care. We know we have claims on other countries. We know there's disputed successions. Brunswick, actually. Where's Brunswick? Holy cow. Brunswick is interesting. They have no heir. So there's a chance that we could we royal marry them. And we sort of try to inherit their country. That would be incredibly good. That might be worth doing. That might be worth doing. We're going to have more diplomatic relationship slots once we get this button right here, the cabinet. The next idea in the diplomatic idea group. So honestly, that's something I think we royal marry Brunswick and we try to essentially take over their throne and get some of our own dynasty members on their throne. That would actually be quite good because they're getting a little bit bulky and annoying over here, to be honest. Are they one of the countries that is going to join a coalition against us? I'm not sure. We have a truce with them actually at the moment for 7 years. Actually, that's a long truce. I'm not going to accept any sort of peace deal from Woolgeist. I'm going to make our own peace deal. We're going to make our own peace deal with Woolgeist. Ooh, corruption. But however, our leader is incorruptible. So corruption is less of a thing for us. We only have to spend a little bit of admin points to make this go away, rather than taking an entire stability loss, which would be bad, or gain a huge amount of corruption that we'd have to pay down with basically we'd be bleeding money just because the corruption would be siphoning off funds from our economy. We know we can build buildings, but we have loans right now, so we're not going to be building buildings. We know we have truces with countries. Don't really care too much about that. I really, really want to get this province eventually for a mission that we're working on, but unfortunately Bohemia, like, owns that province. There's more unlawful territory. We are the emperor of the HRE after all. Munster has taken on land. Munster, what have you done? Have you eaten Ravensburg again? Again? I think we need to demand unlawful territory. We can't do it while we're at war, I don't think. So let's keep an eye on that until the war ends. We have a few rebels that are popping up, but they're at 40% and 20%. We can handle these actually pretty easily when we're at peace in the way that we did in the previous episodes of this series. Ports are being blockaded, countries at war, and we have loans. Yeah, that's all stuff that we kind of need to... It's just kind of the way of it. We're making some of these people happy. Some of these people should be happy enough now that they won't show up in this list when we take these two provinces anymore. Hesse is there. Bohemia is still there. We're still working on Munster because they're still there. Nuremberg is very close to going away. Brunswick is there. We're going to need to butter up Brunswick. Especially if we're going to want to try to integrate them. Where's Nuremberg? Here's Nuremberg. Let's be buttering up Nuremberg. Who is the other one? Hesse. Let's do this for like just a touch, just a little bit. A second ago they were going to royal marry us. Not anymore. What changed? A neutral attitude. Yeah, they just don't like us. We could probably change that, but they don't like us right now. They still have that disputed succession, though. Kind of just waiting at least until next month when some of the aggressive expansion is going to burn off, right? If like Nuremberg has 30 with us, that'll burn off soon. Border dispute. So we can gain a claim on this province. But I think we're just going to let it slide. We'll get claims on these lands when we complete our missions. In fact, taking these two provinces should give us a show of strength. It should give us 15 provinces owned in the northern Germany area, and that will give us a bunch of free claims on that'll give us a bunch of free claims in this area, I think. We'll have to see how that works exactly. I think Nuremberg and Hesse are probably happy enough, especially if we go into January. Yeah. Let's see how this looks. Oh, it went up 31? What changed? Stettin, Wolgast, Anhalt, Brunswick, Oldenburg, Bohemia. The Bohemia thing is a little troubling. But I think we'll be able to manage. I do want to be buttering up Brunswick preemptively, however. Hopefully we'll be able to get a royal marriage with Brunswick, and that should actually turn opinions around quite a bit. I think it's just time to end the war. We could just wait till the end of this year, and that might help a little bit. Yeah, it looks like we've fully sort of looted as much as we could. Economically, we're starting to lose a little bit of money. People get the troops in Berlin, I guess, or have them like sort of fighting down the rebellion. In fact, we can do that, right, just by automating this. And that should, yep, it just went away. These should start decaying, the 20%, 50% rebellion, yep, 10 and 40% now. So that should keep decaying down. All we're going to basically do, in fact, Austria over here is not doing so hot. Austria, what are you doing, guys? Yeah, Austria's having a bad time, but that's how it goes. End of this year, we will end that, I think. Oh, we can demand the unlawful territory, and they will accept it. Yeah, please bring back Ravensburg. Thank you. Oh, it went to Berg? I thought that would go to independent Ravensburg. Oh, does Ravensburg not start? I guess Ravensburg is an attack. I apologize. We didn't have to do that. That's going to make Munster rather upset with us. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Music's getting a little bit up there now, it seems. Money's not doing too well. I think we start repaying some of these loans since we do have the cash on hand. But what we need to do here is we also need to take other things from them, like their money. And they should have more money than the other weaker, smaller nations. Yeah, should be a little bit of a chunk of money. Plus they'll pay more reparations. This is the deal that we want. Munster is going to threaten to join. You know, what the heck? Bring on the coalition. No, I'm going to... Sorry. I'm going to wait till next year. We're going to wait till next year. Bohemia is something to be a little bit worried about, so... Hope we can get a new idea group. That's good. Extra diplomatic relationship slot. That's great. That'll allow us to get the royal marriage with Brunswick, hopefully. Aragon, actually, interestingly enough, Aragon actually has a disputed succession issue. Although the likelihood is that Aragon and Castile are about to unify. That's the most likely situation down there. And Aragon's too far away for us to really care, but Brunswick is literally right here. Royal marriage, nice, we got it. We got the royal marriage with Brunswick. We'll need to continue to butter them in order to get potentially the alliance and hopefully eventually get our own dynasty on their throne. Would be what we're hoping for there. That could be really, really cool. Diplomatic conquest. Let's get all of our troops sort of unified back in Berlin, or at least near Berlin. At the first of the... Yep, there we go. January 1st, 1468, in the year of our Lord. We are going to... we're gonna piece them out here. Bohemia is like right on that edge. 1 year from now, Bohemia will not be valid. Number of these countries we have truces with, so they can't join anyways. This is fine. The coalition will not form in this situation. We have now finished a show of strength. So let's hit that button, and let's go look and see we have permanent claims on all of this now. Which is great. Does that include this? Actually, I don't even think that includes Brunswick. I think this will expire. Yeah, that one will expire. These are permanent though. They're little tiny blue highlight right there. These are permanent claims. Independence guaranteed by Brunswick. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Should have the admin for that. One more idea, and we'll actually unlock a new Brandenburg tradition, or a specific Brandenburg idea for 10% infantry combat ability. Make our infantry even better, which will be great. All of those are gone. Let's drill with these guys instead. We need to think about what we do next. I mean, we now have all these claims over here, which is fantastic. And we could attack someone like Verden. We could attack Hamburg. A lot of these countries, if we do attack them, there will be a decent amount of aggressive expansion against us. So we kind of also need that aggressive expansion to die down. What other missions are they telling us to do here? Yeah, they want us to collect a certain amount of these provinces. They want us to own 10 of these provinces here that are highlighted for this next mission. And then we'll get claims on even further to the west. Is a great power? A rival is a great power. Okay, so if we become a great power, which we haven't talked about great powerhood, but we can check and see how are we doing in terms of becoming a great power. View the great powers. It's right here by the crest. It's this little sort of banner thing, blue banner. And we can see here we are at 132 development. England is the lowest great power at the 8th great power in the world. There's always 8 great powers. England has 300 development, so we're actually quite a ways off from becoming a great power. But all this mission is essentially saying is just become a great power and be rival to another great power. Okay, that's fine. No big deal. This wants us to reclaim land that belongs to the HRE, like basically reclaim the land from Burgundy. which could be kind of interesting. This could be kind of interesting. That would be a tough war, and that really wouldn't be in line with what we're trying to do. That would just purely be in line with the role of the Emperor. They really want us to take over Ansbach. I just feel like this will take forever to get down here. The interesting thing is by taking Ansbach, you get free claims on all this, which is kind of cool, but Ansbach succession, there must be some way to... Yeah, see, it looks like someone else is already... It's a junior party. They've already been taken over by these guys, so... I guess Ansbach is a nation that probably doesn't have a very strong succession at the start of the game. And it's just saying you could go down there and personally union them if you wanted to, but... Brunswick doesn't like us, even though we're royal married to them. Improve relationships... Force us to return land, yeah. Now, luckily, some of those negative modifiers are going away at 2.5 per year, but... They're not going to ally us while they don't like us. But we're going to keep working on them. We're not going to give up on Brunswick. Okay, we have a mission here dealing with the estates, telling us to rebalance our estates somehow. Actually, everybody's above 50%. Let's take land. Let's remember to seize land while they're above 50%. And then we can call a diet in order to get a new agenda. So now let's with the new landscape here, let's see what we can do. Now they're all about above. No one would drop below 30% except for the burghers. So we have a little bit of a leeway here to making some people upset with us if we wanted to. Legitimacy is already pretty high, but it is actually going down slightly. Unlawful imperial territory -1. That must be we're losing legitimacy because the empire is not. That's interesting. That's interesting because the empire is not fully unified. Outside forces own. This would actually let us gain some legitimacy, which could be nice. Yeah, let's gain a little bit of legitimacy. Since we're actually we're slightly decaying right now. Where is the HRE land that would be easiest to get? Holstein? Holstein is owned by Denmark. I mean, I don't really want to just attack them just to get that back into the HRE, but it's something we could technically do. Alternatively, we have this province here that's owned by Poland, which is annoying. And we have all of this land that's owned by Geneva that is technically part of the HRE, but it's a subject of a non-HRE state. So we'd have to attack Savoy and have them release Geneva into an independent nation. Savoy's actually looking kind of thick down there. And then, who's Savoy allied to? They're not allied to France. They're allied to Naples, Genoa, and Florence. Which, to be fair, Florence, Genoa, and Naples, all these Italian states, they're medium-sized, but they are pretty thick for their size. High development, very rich countries. They can field pretty large armies. Berlin wants a larger... So they want Berlin to be developed. Slightly higher base tax in Berlin. Here they want Selly to have more manpower. Actually, this wouldn't be a bad province to develop manpower because it's a livestock province. It's not a good trade good, so we don't really care about doing development, and it's not really specialized in any way for base tax. So that could be an easy one to do, and it'd give us some extra manpower. We already have tons of manpower though. It wants us to build a marketplace in Berlin. Berlin is an important trade center. It's an emporium right now. We can level this up in time. So building a marketplace here could make sense. This would give us a free base production in Berlin, which is quite nice. Whereas this would only give us 10 prestige. We don't really care about it. Prestige goes up and down. It is what it is. So yeah, let's actually do that. Let's pay off... Well, let's not even worry about paying off a loan. Oh, it's going to have it. It's asking us to repay the loans. We're just going to extend some of those loans. No big deal. We're going to mothball our fortifications. We have one here. Hit this button to mothball it. Oh, a little bit of lag there. Not going to be paying for those while we're at peace. Hopefully making a small amount of money now. Yep, Stettin's going to go bye-bye here. Oh, actually Stettin just got pieced out. Interesting. So there they are. We could actually attack Stettin and we'd be attacking Dithmarschen. And we could just get rid of them since they are someone that potentially could form a coalition against us. We don't have a truce with them right now, but they are in coalition territory. In fact, actually, we have a lot of lazy diplomats. I think, honestly, maybe the diplomats, we should work on what the we got 4 lazy diplomats right now. And we got to figure out what our next moves are going to be. Guys, thanks everybody for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. At this point, honestly, we're moving and grooving. We're playing the game. We are playing the game. If you guys were following along at this point from the first episode till now, I think you guys would be able to successfully get in and find some success. I mean, there's always going to be struggles and adversity. We're running into some adversity. We're sort of having to temper our expansion due to aggressive expansion that is being seen by people like Bohemia and other large nations around us. Poland has taken an important province that we need. We have a lot of HRE land that does not belong to the HRE as well, that is hurting our imperial authority and other things as well. So there's a number of things that we kind of need to be doing, to be honest. So we will definitely continue to work on these different issues and continue the Brandenburg run into the future in the next episode. So I'll see you guys there for that. And thank you everybody for being here. If you guys have questions, please ask down below. But I think we've actually been able to cover a lot and go through the flow of the game and do a lot of small wars and learn a lot so far. So thanks everybody.